Yo, you better lose yourself in the music the moment you own it. You better never let it go. You only get one shot. Now I got this weird beard. Please don't come in here and act like you just found out Sway was a rapper because Eminem brought the rap album. Eminem song Make You Mad is on the Sway and Tech album as well. Please don't do that to me today because I was just feeling swell. And then I was rambling, and then I ran to Bananarama when she came through with Don't Be Cruel, and then I came through with a room with the doobs, and with getting boobs and some lube. Now I got a new attitude. Now I got this weird beard, funny looking hats, and a hoodie when it's 85 degrees. So it's all the stuff that I'm wearing I don't even need. I move so fast and I'm not gaining weight no more. I'm working out now. I barely even eat. I don't even like meat. I'm doing vegan. Why? Because I'm leaving and I'm receiving and everybody's going crazy on me this evening. Because they saw a 12-minute waste of time with EMINEM and Sway when he came out and didn't even have nothing to say. No, you got to wait to part 2 before he can tell you what he really wanted to hear from the dude. Or maybe he just come through with a popsicle and mop you and up and with a popsicle and stab you in your tonsils and then rub them out and give them to your mama, your grandpappy, your uncle, your baby, your girl, your dog, wife, kids, car. Everybody don't know who you are. Oh my goodness. Get to the point. Something that they never did in the whole interview with Eminem and Sway. Eminem and Sway did not get to the point. I've wasted 2 minutes and 35 minutes of your time. They wasted 12 minutes of your time. Yet you thanked them for it. They just teased you along for 12 minutes, tickled your balls for 12 minutes, and said, wait till part 2. Oh my God. Listen, Eminem and his flunkies can tell you any pretty little story that come to their head. Long at the end of it, they tell you the truth. Now, through this whole thing, he's basically blaming the fact people already formed an opinion about the album looking at the track list and said to themselves, this album is going to be garbage. He's going back to Revival. He can't seem to get off Revival. And I don't blame him. Revival is a piece of garbage. Like I'm saying, it's literally a piece of doo-doo. It sits there and stinks. That's all it does. Sorry. Now, instead of keep going over and trying to find a way to blame people for not listening to the album and realizing that it stinks, you keep trying to go over all these like variables and fractions of no, when you know yourself, the album stinks. He sat there in that chair with Sway and told you every word I've ever said about Eminem. I told you Encore sucked. I told you that the Relapse album sucked. I told you Revival sucked. I have been very accurate with Eminem's depiction. He comes right out in the interview and says Encore was better than Relapse. Same thing I said. Even though he agrees these two albums suck. And they're terrible. He's like, I went back and listened to that album again and I cringed. He listened to his own music and cringed. Then some idiot was like, that's my favorite album. That shows you know nothing about rap. He had no direction, no clue. Everything I said about Eminem, he explained it all in that 12 minutes. He explained it in 12 minutes. He confirmed everything I said. I'm always thinking, what do the people want? Same thing I told you. That's how his thought process is. He's always in a space where he doesn't know what song to make. He's in a creative funk. He doesn't know what the people want because he's not connected to anything or anybody. So he's blocked out. So he has no direction. He's like, where do I go? What do I do? Do what they like this one? It's like I can never do nothing right. Please, Eminem. There's people out here. You're selling millions of records. I don't know. It's like I can't do nothing right. I just keep selling millions of records, and I don't know what. Your problems are very minute compared to the artist that is really out here spitting and got all this creativity, but keep getting ripped off by bigger people in the industry. They have a bigger problem than you. So sorry if we don't cry for you, Argentina. Do I want to give him some advice? Of course I will. I'll pay me $500,000. I will consult your next album. Now, listen. He said just what I said. It's like he's listening to my videos and saying, this guy knows me. I told you, he needed that bad album that he dropped, that egg, when he came back with that relapse crap to make the recovery album. He needed that. He had to delete that whole Eminem thing out and be this guy he is with the I'm Not Afraid. And came right out. And now everybody liked that I'm Not Afraid song. I really did not. I hated that song. I'm not afraid to take a chance. Everybody, we walk these roads together through the storm. I'm like, let me guess, these walls are closing in. I'm like, I can't deal with this song. But that album is good. That is a good album. Me, I thought the lead song should be with the one with Rihanna, Love the Way You Lie. I was like, I love this song. Love the Way You Lie should have been the lead single off the album. That was just me. When I listened to the album, I'm like, Love the Way You Lie should have been the single. But when it came out, it worked. I'm Not Afraid worked. It was a worldwide song. People played it on NFL football games. They loved it. So it did what it was supposed to do. So he didn't need to go through that. Now, the fact is, he said he needed the revival album to make this album, which means that he understands that it sucked. But let me give a message to Eminem, who's probably watching this right now. Eminem, if you're watching this, here's why revival sucked. Okay. And I don't want you to blame no more the people. All right. Don't. When you did the Chloroseptic remix, it's because you knew your album sucked. And people's like, dog, you're not bringing it. And you snapped in the Chloroseptic remix. In the remix, and people like myself said, why isn't this on the album? You're basically quoting me in the whole 12 minutes in your video. You're quoting everything I'm saying. So it's like you're talking directly to me. I was the one that said, why you weren't spitting like this on Revival? I'm probably wasn't alone, but everybody is saying, why weren't you spitting like that Chloroseptic remix on the album? They only asked you to rap. That's it. And you didn't bring it. And this is why, people. Let's take the song that you got. That's decent. The River with Ed Sheeran, okay? Any songs with you, Beyonce, Ed Sheeran, and Adele, throw all that in the trash. We don't ever want to hear that again. Okay, that's good consultant work right there. Not from you. Okay, you don't need to be making songs with Adele. No one wants to hear Adele and Eminem. Okay, the even thought process of that, you should have known better than to bring that to the table. Now, here's the thing: you wanted to do something different, and that's cool. When like the song you did with Ed Sheeran, River, which is not a bad song. It's okay. It's not bad. It's not awful. It's okay song. It's just that nobody really wants to, so nobody was really thinking Eminem and Ed Sheeran. Now, when you listen to The River, which sounds like a doggone like holy song, if you listen to it, you can almost tell the absence here. Your process of recording for this song, meaning that Ed Sheeran had delivered this song to Eminem, like the beat and everything, like a year ago. He didn't even know you had put vocals on the song. He didn't know anything. He just did a vocal that did some things. He didn't even know you had went to work on making a song. He did the song in advance. So your absentee to the project is what made it the way it was. Had you not been so absent to it, and everybody's so absent, Ed Sheeran basically had nothing to do with the song. He forgotten about that. He even gave you the instrumental and everything. He didn't even know you put lyrics to it. So your own absentee to the whole connection to somebody you're supposed to be with and working with, y'all have no communication. None. You haven't talked to Ed Sheeran. That song was like a year old. Then imagine the rest of the songs you did with everybody else. Adele said no to doing the song with you and Beyonce. Imagine how that process went when Beyonce ended up getting the nod for the lead single, Walk on Water. Then they came out, that's not the lead single. And once it wasn't working, people were like, my God, what is this? They were like, this is the Eminem new song with Beyonce, but it's not the single. Once it wasn't working, we never said it was the single. We're like, oh, Jesus Christ. That launch couldn't go no more toxic than any launch I've ever seen. Now, the launch they're doing for Kamikaze, everybody in their marketing, every rapper out there, pay attention. This is how a launch is supposed to go. All right? Your video is already done. You know what songs you're going to put out. You know what they like. You come with them videos in the first 2 weeks. You don't already have your one single out, and next thing you know, Sticky Nicky came out with, now she came out with Barbie Dreams. Who's talking about that song? Who's talking about that video? Really? Nobody. You see? See what I'm saying? Exactly. No one's talking about it. So now Barbie Dreams is thrown to the side. And by the way, don't forget, y'all can donate to the page. Y'all can click in the description box, click the link, and I can read off y'all messages. So far, Mr. Sledge is the only one leading. Yep. Thanks for the videos, bro. Love to you and your family. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. He's been the only one holding it down. I know y'all ain't go broke. It's almost Christmas time. Summer's over now. Money coming back. I got brolic. I'm brolic with knowledge. Now, let's talk about it. Okay? Let's talk about it right now. What is the main thing on the table that Eminem was supposed to be talking about? Joe Budden, MGK. Nobody cared nothing about anything else on this whole interview. They did none of the sort. They teased what's going to be on the next album, on the next interview that they do on part 2. Coming up on part 2, MGK, to have you in suspense on when this part 2 is supposed to drop. Yeah, it's BS talking about, oh, he disrespected Haley on a YouTube video. Then he's doing his whole press tour about Haley. And I'm like, I'm going to have to respond back to this guy. When? When? When, M? When you going to do that? You sat down and did an interview. Where's your song, M? You got Bizarre out here looking silly, trying to make a song going at Machine Gun Kelly. And I tell you, I said, if anybody, Royce, anybody say a word, Eminem's already lost. That boy in that studio was walking around in a circle, letting Royce, everybody in there throw lines. Oh, you could say this. Blah, 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 blah. He just sitting there. Yeah, that's dope. But I'm gonna word it like this. He in there bouncing words off Mr. Porter, Royce, everybody else. Come on, man, please. We know what you're doing. You got a whole team of people in there trying to help you come up with the right song because Paul's trying to talk you out of it. Don't drop this song. I swear to you, if you drop this song, it's not going to work. And you're scared. You are afraid. He basically told you in the first doggone interview, if you listen to it, he's telling you, I'm always that guy. I'm always that guy thinking, what do they want? What do they want to hear? What were they going to like? Because you're too scared and afraid. The song, go back to when you weren't afraid. I'm not afraid. You seem to be afraid. You a weekend. Everybody like, what? Yo, you ain't came out the corner yet. You got fraud people pretending to be you coming out with songs. People pretending they Eminem coming out with records. And got other people backing them. Yo, Eminem just came back, dog. This song sucks. I'm like, dog, it's not Eminem. Thank God. Because if he did that, I would just delete the newest album. I don't care what he had to say. I can't listen to nothing he did no more. If this is the song. But now his back is against the wall. This is the first time a rapper has put Eminem's back on the wall. The first time in history. It has happened. He has the #1 song on iTunes. It is the #1 Rap Devils being played everywhere. He can't escape it. Now we get to see what he's made of. As an MC, you should have been out here, Eminem. As an MC, you should have been out here. You had a responsibility. This was when you could have shown you didn't get no handout and you got it because of your skill, and you didn't get no doggone position because of your skin tone. You let everybody down. You let them down. But back to his album, the marketing and promotion has been great. Tomorrow they got another video coming out for a song that we all like. Lucky you. We all like that song. We getting another video. I used to like Fall till I saw the video. So let's hope Lucky You is a little bit better than that Fall video. I didn't like the Fall video. Eminem rhyme words. Yes, he does. He rhymes words very well. But how many Eminem songs are classics? What would you call a classic Eminem record? Stan. Stan is a classic record. Hi, My Name is a classic. Let me explain to you what a classic is. A classic record is one that is universal. That's international. That's a classic. It's a classic record. It's not just known by one genre. It's by the hip hop industry. They would view this song as a classic. Like Mobb Deep has classic songs that the Caucasian folks wouldn't even know about. There's hip hop classic songs that they wouldn't know anything about. Eminem right now is supposed to be a rapper. So we're holding him to hip hop standards, not commercial crap. We're talking about classic songs. A song that's a classic. It's a hip hop classic. The Way I Am. Okay, I will put that up there. Role Model. I would put that up there. Guilty Conscience. This guy said Renegade, which is Jay-Z's song. Well, it was actually Eminem's song with Jay-Z. You said Till I Collapse. Yeah, Till I Collapse was a good song. Lose Yourself, definitely. That was one everybody liked. You see what I'm saying? But do you know where we're going so far? Do you know what we're doing? All the songs you name it. You seeing Superman. I asked you guys to do this because the majority of you guys are Eminem fans. Look at all the songs you name it. When were those songs made? Those was his first, second, third albums. Nobody has said an album past then. You understand what I'm saying? Now you get the point. Now you get the point. Now he want to say rap god. Wrong. See, this was an exercise. And now you see the results of the exercise. The majority of the people who are connected to Eminem is connected all the way back to either the Slim Shady, the first 3 CDs. That's it. So when you think Eminem, they think him the first 3 CDs. So that's what you're connected to him at. That's where his legacy basically began and ended. All this extra stuff is just him hanging around. Now, what Sway really should have did if he was doing an interview with him, I'll be like, Eminem, why are you still rapping? You 46, dog. But then Sway will be outside with no jacket, no job, trying to get an Uber. And I gotta fill in for new job applications. I didn't know they're gonna find me this quick. You want my security pass already? Man, it is. Sway would be outside fired from Sway 45. Eminem, if you want to get taken seriously, do serious things. Quit doing interviews with the safe guy, the guy who works for you. Sway works for you. That's like you sitting down, I'm going to let Jimmy Iovine interview me. Jimmy, Eminem, when you were the greatest rapper of all time, you think Jimmy Iovine knows the history of this? You got people in there for. Sway can't ask you the questions he want to ask you. Can I say the same things about Nas and Jay? Check my resume. Don't be like the rest of them. Google me. Google what I did. Matter of fact, that was one of the first videos I did. My truth behind the Nas and Jay-Z beef. There has never, ever been a more precise, clear-cut, more descriptive video ever made on YouTube about that subject. If I must say so myself, nobody knew any of that information. They sat there on Sway and Tech right in front of that man, Jay and Nas, and lied to both sides. Both sides sat there and made up this whole lie as to what the beef was really about. Because they didn't want you to know how petty they really are. So I said the same thing about Sway then, because Sway wasn't answering none of the questions that he should have been asking. And that's why everybody likes Sway, because he do the right thing and say, I ain't going to take no tough questions. Unless it's somebody I know I can do tough questions with. But Jay and Nas, I can't. I don't know where Tech is. But I'll tell you this. Ether didn't come out in 2 weeks. We've already addressed that. Ether was coming out because his album was coming out. Eminem's album already out, so he's got no excuse. Nas waited to his album. He had an album coming out. That's why he waited. Other than that, he would have been out. So it came out 5 months later on his album. He might as well get paid. If he's gonna eliminate somebody, might as well get paid. So it was done the right way. I know Eminem fans always try to find an excuse for him. He's in mourning of Mac Miller. Mac Miller is one of the rappers he talking about on the album. But it's Eminem. So it's all good then. Everybody's like, dude, are you live? Send me the link. All right, I'm gonna send you the link. Hold on. It's coming right now. Oh, let me check and see if any one of y'all made a donation. Boom. Nope. Okay, so I ain't gonna tell y'all the new news then. All right, cool. No new news. Now, I only do that for those who that. Yeah, you did do it, Mr. Sledge. You got here. I thanked you already. You the only one doing what you're supposed to do. Well, when we go on the business channel, I'm gonna tell y'all some more about the developments of what's going on with the business plan, with that cryptocurrency. Talking about he hopes Button gets in the booth. Let's see. Now you're a fucking enemy. Which wasn't on there at all. Cookie Monster. This is crazy. Now, since you made a donation, I'm gonna go all the way in because you made a donation back to back, Mr. Sledge. So I'm gonna go all the way in with the new developments and what's been happening. And y'all better thank Mr. Sledge, because if it wasn't for Mr. Sledge, this information would not be coming out right now. A member of D12 almost died last week. And because of that, not a lot of people know. What I mean by that, meaning that they were very ill, they were very sick, things could have went another way. And that was the Canava. Canava was really ill. All of these guys have been sick and really ill before. Swifty was had his issues. Canava's had his issues. Proof has had issues. You know, everybody had their situations that they were going through in life. Now, Eminem did a song called Stepping Stone. Y'all remember that song, Stepping Stone? Where he said that these are my brothers. These are my brothers, but D12 is over. They my brothers for life, but D12 is over. So if D12 is your brother, M, and you're watching this, where you at for Canava? That's still your brother. Why is Proof the only one that seems to get this praise? And do you think Proof would be okay with the way you've handled D12? That's another question I got for you, Eminem. Do you think Proof, you're using Proof as the crutch to disband D12 when you were debanding them before Proof died? Then you want to blame the addiction for it. Okay. All right, let's blame the addiction. But these are your brothers. Your brothers have put out CDs. I've done more promoting your brothers' music than you have in the past couple of years. I don't remember him with the Greyhound album. I don't remember. I mean, you can't do a retweet. Yo, you can't retweet your brother's music. These are your brothers. I don't remember Eminem retweeting Bazaar's album. I don't remember him retweeting Kanava's album. I don't remember him retweeting Swifty McVeigh's album. Him is too busy to do a retweet. He don't even handle his social media. He got people to do it. They could retweet something if they wanted to. He made them rich. Do they look rich to you? Do they look rich to you? They made some good money being with him. I'm not saying that, but don't act like they were just some hanger-ons and they didn't bring nothing to the table as far as Eminem. Like Eminem would have been fine without D12. He didn't need D12. On Eminem's album, on the D12's first album, Devil's Night, the best songs on the album are the ones that don't feature Eminem. Debo, Debo. That's all you need to know. Go listen to Debo by Swifty McVeigh. Debo with my face in a kilo. Look, Swifty and the rest of D12, they brought a lot to the table. They brought their creativity. They helped Eminem when he's working on his songs with ideas. They came up with the idea for my band. Cause they don't even know the name of my band. All of those guys in D12, they came up with that whole sketch, bouncing words off each other. They came up with the creative concept for this song. A lot of songs, they came up with the creative concept. Superman, the Eminem song that y'all like, Superman, is a D12 song called Pimp Like Me. It's the same song. You guys just don't even know it. Pimp Like Me came out and they just used the same beat and made Superman too. I can't be your Superman. You just my home, dirty and oh, dirty and oh. I'm your pimp. Go listen to it. It's the same exact song. So for the Eminem show, he used a lot of beats that worked on D12's album. Proof is a freestyler. He don't write nothing down. He just freestyles. That's all he did. That was his style. That was his thing. But he was addicted to the bottle. That man loved to drink. And that was D12. They be getting toe up, drinking that Remy, the Hennessy, and it was tearing them up. And he was having kidney failures, but this is before all this stuff happened. He was really messed up for a while. Proof was a true Detroit individual. He would shoot you if you got in confrontation with him. If something was to go a certain way, Proof is the type that would shoot you. And when he got jumped in Miami and all this stuff, and that's when Eminem wanted to chill stuff out, it was on with him. Talk about D12's beef with Murder Inc. I'm quite sure there is a truth behind story with that. Bizarre worked for the group. Now that's the only thing. You cannot listen to Bizarre for an entire album. Nobody can. And I'm quite sure they figured that out. Nobody can listen to Bizarre for an entire album. He's good for a 16. It's like, dude, put him in a group, let him have a 16. He's funny. But no one can listen to him for an entire album. Oh yeah, Obie Trice is great. That Hood Rat song is my song, baby. How could you be here? Tonight I don't drink beer. Hood rats are dangerous, so keep your mouth on muffle. And they would come snuff you. I could be at a dinner table with a Union Gabrielle, fine as hell, piercing a navel, and you better come over and act brand new. Talking about, hey, boo, hey, it's cool. Now tell your ass on across the room. I ain't trying to be honorary, but honestly, I ain't trying to be bothered. You got a brain. Define knowledge. You rather define how your knowledge and chronic. I'm trying to step my game up a notch, chick, and you blowing up my spot. Oh man, that was a classic song, man. Obie Trice, real name, no gimmicks. Eminem didn't really feel Obie like that. He didn't like Obie Trice. He liked Obie Trice because Proof liked Obie Trice. Once Proof liked Obie, then Eminem was like, "Yo, Obie." Well, Obie got shot in the head. Obie Trice got shot in the head and drove himself to the hospital. The fact that he's still alive, yeah, the fact that he's still alive is a miracle. Y'all ready to be history? Yeah. People keep sending me part one. I'm like, don't let me know if there's a part two. Then we can really go in. But I hope he talks about the D12 situation. We just wasted 12 minutes of him talking about absolutely nothing. I did a review on The Nun. I've done a spoiler review on The Nun. It's on the movie channel Screen Fame. Oh man, you even came with another donation. Mr. Sledge is killing y'all. You on the leaderboard right now. Goo roasting fell off. What happened to the goo? Hold on, my mom. Hello? No, I didn't see it. I didn't get it at all. Mm-mm. I'm surprised you woke. Oh yeah, you wait till the hand hit 9 on the dot. Mm. Hello? No, okay. Thought you was falling asleep on the phone. So what time? All right. Yes, you did. Yep. So did y'all finish the book club? Yeah. All right. Well, let me get back to work. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if. Well, I don't even know if it's still on there now. It'll probably be gone. All right. Love you too. Bye bye. See, when people call you and you know the reason of the call, you just want to get to the you just want to get to the point. Because as you see, we were in the middle of something. So as you see, we were in the middle of something really good going on. Now, here's the thing. I just want to know, he ain't gotta respond to me. I just need him to answer the questions. Why he don't retweet D12's work? These are your brothers. You don't have to give them money. You could just give them a retweet. If these are some people that was my brothers, and even if we ain't work together no more, if I'm still DMM, if they had a project, I'll retweet it on my page. I'll be like, yo, check out my brother's work. Boom, there's such and such. 50 do that right now. Young Buck just got tranny new problems and everything. He still retweeted Young Buck stuff, didn't he? He's not on Twitter like that. Y'all act like Eminem got to do it himself. Eminem got people that runs his social media. He ain't never got to be on Twitter like that. Oh, we'll say that for another time. See, new student, I mean, the Quaker guy, you gotta, that's donation talk. People gotta make a donation for that. When they click that link in that description box and make that donation, then we start talking stuff like that. We can't go into that. Exactly. Now, here's the thing. Eminem rap more like Tech Nine. Tech Nine has his own audience. He has his own. Do you see Tech Nine mentioned on any of these platforms? He's not mentioned on hardly any of these hip hop shows. Hot 97, The Breakfast Club don't mention Tech Nine. He's not mentioned on none of these platforms, and he don't beg or ask to do interviews with them at all. But yet he still makes his money. Oh yeah, on part two, he might flip it and be like, "Yo, I was gonna respond, but then I decided that why am I gonna do this guy a favor?" No, he's gonna cop out. He ain't coming with no response. He can't. He's in a catch-22. If he comes out, oh no problem, Mr. Sledge. You know that. Thank you for the support. If if he comes out with a song and that song is not cracking, do you know what's gonna happen because of that? If Eminem drops a song and that song is not subpar or up to standards or up to code to what people would think Eminem should be putting out, it's over. The whole kingdom starts falling down. The plasters are shaking. Stuffs are falling from the ceilings. It is all over. The whole facade is done. Do you hear me? Done. So if Eminem comes out and says Drake survived, Drake put out an album that addressed a lot of the things that was going on. So he had a reason not to. MGK is responding back to something they did. Your album already out, dog. That means you got to say something. Eminem's done right now. Like this whole thing right here, and everybody else's mindset, MGK career now is set. He's known as the Eminem killer. Marshall got killed. MGK. Marshall got killed. That's it. It is all over. I am the gunner. Boom. Y'all gonna hate on MGK too. Of course they are. But one thing about him is he's so transparent with everything. He doesn't care about any of that stuff. He just spit it and let it go. Eminem is an MC. Pac-Man video was a bluff. Somebody actually put out a song called Pac-Man, and it was crazy. Somebody actually put it out like Eminem made that song. And I told you, people making fake songs for him because he's not coming out with anything. Now, unless Eminem is finna put out a little EP with it, knock yourself out. But other than that, it's over. But Miss making